Today's the 21st of January, 2015, and did I say 24? I think I said 2014 yesterday.
I don't know.
Anyway, we know what it is, right? And it is January 21st, 2015. Thank you for being with us. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week.
Middle of the week, we want to say happy anniversary to winter.
Oh, really?
One month today, yeah. Yeah,
happy anniversary to winter. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah. Well, okay, well, you know, we try to be on the edge here.
Yes, we do.
Cutting edge. And I am remiss in, I failed miserably yesterday.
What did we miss?
We missed the fact that yesterday was camcorder day. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
You know, well, we'll have to make up for it. We'll have to celebrate late.
Camcorder day.
In addition, yes, there's more.
Oh,
there's more.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yesterday, the 20th of
January. Yes.
was a Penguin Awareness Day.
Oh.
We'll have to make that one up as well. Also, it was National Disc Jockey Day. Of course, I can relate to that. I am a slip disc jockey myself, so there you go. Anyway, enough of that garbage. How you doing?
Oh my goodness, I'm doing fantastic.
Whoop-de-doo.
Fantastic. And today we have on the show Wayne County Reads. I believe we had Miss Donna Phillips and Miss Tara Humphries here in the studio talking about Wayne County Reads.
And it is a great book, and it's a fascinating topic, and it's a nonfiction.
Is it? All right.
It's nonfiction, and I love it. It's great, and it's going to be some great programs.
When does that start? When does actually?
I think on the 27th
of January.
Of January.
Okay. Then we also had Beth Rose. She's here. She's from Habitat for Humanity, and she's talking about some opportunities in the community.
To the occasion.
Yes, she did, Wayne.
Yes, she did, Wayne. Yeah.
So that is both of our interviews today.
Now, today is a special day as well.
Is it?
Today is Squirrel Appreciation Day. Please.
Oh, I know a few people that may not appreciate them too much.
Well, I know, and they can be bothersome, but some people just think they're so cute.
Okay.
You know, with a fluffy tail, and they're. You know,
I hear you.
You know, how they pick up their little food, and they put it in their little mouth, and they chew it with their little teeth, and they spit it out. You know. Anyway, it's Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the only appreciation we have today?
I have no appreciation for anything else.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Just the squirrel.
It's National Hugging Day.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, National Hugging Day today as well, and that's enough of that.
All right.
What's going on?
Let's see. We have coming up pretty soon, right around the corner, Wednesday, February 11th. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce is holding its Transportation Hot Topic. This is transportation for the state of North Carolina, what direction it's going in and what changes are going to happen. So who do you think might be the very best person to come and talk about transportation?
Probably, let me guess.
Yes, please do.
The Secretary of Transportation. What do you think?
What a good guess you had.
Mr. Tony Tato,
right? That's exactly right. Yes, he's coming back for the second year in a row.
Yeah, I remember he
to
was
talk about. He was, and he did a great job, and he's extremely informative, and that's why we're bringing him back again this year. So second year, keynote speaker, Secretary of Transportation Tony Tato. That'll be taking place from 12 until 1:30 at. Let's see, where is it taking place? It does not say.
Clock is ticking.
Lane Tree Country Club. Lane Tree. It's $20 a person. If you're interested in hearing what Tony Tato has to say about the future of transportation in our state, you can contact Wayne County Chamber of Commerce and get registered to attend. It is a lunch, of course, and the City of Goldsboro and the County of Wayne are the two sponsors for this particular Hot Topic luncheon. Love to have you there. You can call and get registered any day.
That should be very interesting. Should be very
Absolutely.
And I can promise you there is a future of transportation in North Carolina.
Oh, yes, there is. And when he talks about transportation, I mean, this includes all forms of transportation, from rail to ports and anything you can possibly imagine. He will be covering those topics, as he did last year.
Wow. Okay, well, he would know.
Yes, he would.
Okay, today, the 21st of the month.
Yep, what's going on?
The famous Y Bridge in Zanesville, Ohio.
Oh, that's famous.
Oh, everybody's heard of that.
Oh, everybody knows about it.
1812. It was 1812 when the famous Y Bridge in Zanesville, Ohio. Up until that point, they had a U, V, and W, and then X, but it didn't work out. Nobody could spell it. So anyway, they went to the Y, and it was approved for construction. Good thing, because traffic tie-ups were a mess, waiting for those ferry boats in the morning and the afternoon trying to cross the Muskogum River. Anyway, the Y Bridge They had tried an X bridge, but everybody kept running into each other.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
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 Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes
Let's go
I really embarrass myself sometimes.
to our interviews.
Our guest Wayne County Librarian, hi, and Tara Humphries from
morning,
Wayne Community
Wayne.
College. So the question is, why are these two ladies in the studio at the same time representing two different entities of Wayne County? And that is because of
Wayne County Reads.
For our 12th year.
12 years.
12
Wayne
years.
County Reads, 2015, 12 years now. That's amazing. All right, well, who wants to tell me what Wayne County Reads is for someone who is new to the area or who may not know what we're talking about? What is it?
It's a one community, one book project. It allows us to select a book, but then hang lots of programs on it. We talk about all kinds of issues within that book, and of course the literary merits of the book as well. And that gives the community something to come together around. It's the sort of thing that you can should be able to turn to the person in the grocery store line and go, what did you think of Animal Vegetable Miracle?
And some of the books we've had in the past include To Kill a Mockingbird, Elie Wiesel's book. We've had
Night.
Blood Done Sign My Name, and some of these
We've had a little
major,
bit of everything. We've had
major
fun things
books.
like Big Fish as well.
Big
Not just-
Fish.
So we've had some fun, and we've had some serious topics like Night.
Yes.
But every one of them, even the fun ones, has something we can learn from.
How do we select these books, Donna?
Well, actually, we have a very active committee, Wayne, that is made up of community partners like the Community College, the Public Library, University of Mount Olive, Wayne County Public School Systems. Traditionally, Wayne Country Day School has been involved. And then, depending on the topic of the book we choose each year, other community partners come to the table, if you will.
Okay.
And so it's that committee really that brings recommendations, oftentimes from the community, titles that have been recommended as for consideration for a Wayne County Reads title. And then because those folks know what it takes to select a book that has the meat to it that Tara was describing, so that we really can have meaningful programs, we make that selection as a committee. We sort of rate the book on its merits and how well it will lend itself to programming.
And obviously, we're in our 12th year, so that means it's been a very successful, well-received program.
That
So,
or we just refuse to stop.
well, let's just refuse to stop because it is a successful program. And you're doing quite well with this now.
Thank you.
Tara, how many different programs will be done this year in relation to this?
This year we have
particular book?
a month's worth, a
A
month and a week kind
A
of.
month and a week.
So we start on January 27th, we kick off, and we go all the way every Tuesday through February. We have a program.
Wow. And what kind of programs are these?
It's a range,
instance?
panel discussions, lectures. We have an art show this time.
Oh,
So it's
And of course, book discussions.
and of course the book discussion.
well, of course. So, tell me about the book. What is the book?
Okay, so this year our selection is Animal Vegetable Miracle, which is written by New York Times best-selling novelist Barbara Kingsolver. And most people are most familiar with her fiction works. Thank you for that prompting. It's early this morning.
I know it. That was my question for the day.
This book is not a new book. It actually was released in 2007, but there's a growing interest in our community about knowing where our food comes from and
Yes.
sustainable agriculture. As you know, Wayne Community College, as well as the University of Mount Olive, has well-respected agricultural programs. And so they certainly are interested in this topic, and citizens are showing a real interest in this topic. So it was a good year for us to choose this title, not a new title, but a very worthwhile title. And let me tell you a little bit about it, okay?
Okay, please.
So what the book is it's a narrative nonfiction, and it chronicles Barbara Kingsolver's family's 1 year of intentional eating. Okay, so they decided that for 1 year they were only going to eat things that they could either grow themselves, raise themselves, or they were going to purchase from someone in the community within 100 miles from where they lived. So they would know the person, live in the same community with them, children would go to school together, etc. It was intentional.
I love this.
And also
This is good.
seasonally, they also chose to eat foods only when they were seasonal.
I love this.
It's a wonderful book.
It's the way things used to be.
Exactly, exactly. And one of Barbara Kingsolver's real talents is helping to make a connection to place. She does that beautifully in her books. And being from Wayne County, who has such a rich agricultural history, this topic is something that's near and dear to many of our hearts. My grandparents, for example, were on the farm. They were my grandfather, one of my grandfathers was a farmer. And so it was very easy to relate to the topic of this book.
That's why I like this so much, because my grandparents, both sides, were farmers as well. And I remember very well going down to the root cellar under the house and getting the canned corn and the canned veggies and the beans and the dark, damp, cold cellar.
The things you could put away, like sweet potatoes.
And you had to, because you couldn't get to the store. The stores weren't that close. And of course, they weren't from here in Wayne County. But even then, we're talking the hills of North Carolina, and the stores were far apart. So to go to the store, you'd go maybe once a month. In the meantime, you had to get by with what you could grow and what you could can.
Right.
And this is great.
And that meant in summer, you're going to have zucchini.
You're going to have zucchini.
And zucchini.
And zucchini bread. And more zucchini.
And she ran into that.
One of the things that Barbara Kingsolver talks about in the book, in a roundabout way, but it is deeply embedded in the book, Wayne, is what we lost during the 20th century. Health, good health. And also just the taste, the flavorfulness of food. As more and more people moved away from the farms and more of the foods that we eat come from grocery stores, we don't have those real rich flavors that come when you pull that right from the ground and then go eat it.
Oh, that is so true.
So that's embedded in the book too. Also, which some people will like and some people may find distracting, Barbara Kingsolver was actually trained as a biologist.
Really?
And her husband is a biologist. And then at the time this book was written, her daughter was 19 years old. And so she has some very short essays embedded in the book that just from a teen's perspective of, oh my goodness, what do you mean we can only have apples now? I want, some other fruit that's not ripe during this season. But that woven into the text also it just kind of adds a layer to the discussion.
Fascinating book. So Wayne County Reads actually begins when?
January 27th.
January 27th. And what will we be doing?
We will be at Wayne Community College for the kickoff. We're going to have Dr. John O'Sullivan, formerly with CEFS, the Center for
Environmental
Farming. Speaking on global food issues, present and future. We're very much looking forward to what he has to say. This is also going to be Wayne Community College's Worldview Lecture. We do one every semester. This topic fits for both. So we are co-sponsoring that. We will have an art show at the, you can see it for half an hour before he talks at 7, and then afterwards during the reception. It's 24 pieces of informational art. Each one talks about a concept of sustainable farming. Very appropriate and very interesting the way they are done. They are art. They're not just a poster like you might see at a science fair.
So this is like an Andy Warhol or
a little more down to earth. This will not intimidate anyone.
Okay, we're talking farming here, right?
Right.
And
but some new concepts. I mean, sure, there are things like composting, but there are other things in there that I don't even know what they are yet. I've got to read all the posters, and so I want everyone to come read the posters.
And I tell you, Dr. O'Sullivan is going to do a great job. He is so knowledgeable. He knows all about this stuff.
Exactly. He is actually a former sustainable agriculture professor at North Carolina A&T University, and so there are a lot of people who are going to be really interested in this topic.
That is fantastic. That's on the 27th.
That's on the 27th. There's yet one more part of that. We're having a kind of fair. We're inviting local producers and organizations, agencies that have an interest in this book, whether they are beekeepers or maybe from the health field and wanting us to go Wayne go.
Go Wayne go.
Or if, for example, we teach sustainable agriculture at the college. They want to be there. So you can come and visit these tables, learn more about these organizations. What does your local ag extension, what can they do for you? You don't have to be a farmer to be part of that. So come and visit them for a half hour before the program at 7 and then during the reception afterwards.
All right, the book is New York Times best-selling author Barbara Kingsolver's book, Animal Vegetable Miracle. Our guests have been Donna Phillips, the Wayne County Librarian, and Tara Humphries of Wayne Community College. The 27th, it kicks off at Wayne Community College. Looking forward to it. It's going to be
every Tuesday after that.
Every Tuesday
somewhere,
after that.
somewhere in this county.
Donna, thank you so much for being with us. Tara, thank you.
Thank you.
Joining me in the studio today is Miss Beth Rose. She's from Habitat for Humanity, here to tell us some exciting events and things that are happening right here through Habitat.
So it's a very exciting time for us. We have 3 homes that we are currently completing, and with that it means that we'll start building other homes, but that allows us to also open our pipeline so that we can take applications for more partner families. We've had the pipeline closed for the last few months just because we had so many homes that we were trying to complete. But at this point, people are able to go onto our website and download a quick application to see if they might qualify to be a partner family. And with that, we can get this process started so that they can possibly become a Habitat homeowner in the near future. So that's a very exciting thing.
Well, if a family didn't have access to the internet, can they come to your office? Do you have applications there as well?
Yes, they do.
And tell us where you're located, if you will.
So the office is at 131 East Walnut Street, which is right beside the Family Shoe Store and Darwin Screen Printing. So it's an easy place to find. We also have applications in our Restore, which is 124 East Mulberry Street.
Great.
Or if people are unable to get to any of the locations and they don't have internet access, if they're able to call us, we can always mail an application to them, so that way they can complete that. And then our Director of Finance and Family Services can then review the information and see if it is something that is workable so that we could possibly help to provide homeownership opportunities.
Well, Beth, tell me a little more about the process. Now, how does a family get chosen, and what does it do for a family once they are chosen to be part of this? How does that ball get rolling?
So we know that Habitat does not give away homes.
Right.
In order to be a partner family, you have to fall into certain income brackets.
Right.
And that's contingent upon how many children are in your home, how many people totally live in your house. Also, a need basis. If you've got overcrowding, if your home has structural issues that make it unsafe or substandard. Also, there has to be a willingness to partner with Habitat, and with that, it's not just paying back your mortgage, but you also have to be willing to provide 300 to 500 hours of sweat equity before your home is built. And it's not just building your home, it could be building a home for a neighbor or another partner family during that time that you're in the pipeline.
What do you think that does for the individuals that are a part of it? You know, to have to volunteer 300 to 500 hours before they get their own home.
Well, it not only builds a sense of community between Habitat families, and a lot of them live in nearby neighborhoods or nearby, and their kids become friends, but it also lets them know exactly what goes into building a home, and a lot of people have not seen that before.
Right.
So it's a very instrumental process in learning, okay, this is what it takes to build a home, this is what it's going to take, these are the steps that are going into this building process, and people are able to get a lot of skills for when they move into their homes, like, oh, well, this needs to be repaired, I know how to do this. Plus, during that interim time, they're not only building homes, they're going to classes on financial training.
Yes, this is great.
A lot of credit counseling, things like this, so that when they get into their home, they are prepared to make wise financial choices.
And run a household.
And to run a household. And so many have rented, and it's been like, oh, well, I need to do this, or what do I do with landscaping? Let me call my landlord. Well, now it's on them.
You're the landlord.
So that really makes them to be a lot more
absolutely.
prepared and to be successful once they get into their home. And that's critical, because not only have they gone through so many obstacles in the past, now they're set up for a lot of success. It still requires hard work, and they still have to
Right.
pay back this mortgage, but they're in a position that they've been educated, and they know that they have so many people who are behind them to really help them to have a firm foundation and to stop the cycle of poverty or living in substandard housing. And it's wonderful for children because they come in with a network of friends. They come in and see a network of support, and it carries over into school. It carries on into other social activities.
It can
And,
really, really affect and change a child's life.
Absolutely.
And the future direction that they choose.
Absolutely. So it's a huge hand up. It's absolutely not a hand out. And many people would say, well, gosh, they put a lot more work into it than I thought. But when you think about 300 to 500 hours, that's a lot of
is.
time. That's a lot of weekends. That's a lot of going out when it's cold or going out when it's hot and continuing to work. And not only saying, well, I'm working on my house, but I'm working on my neighbor's house.
Right, exactly.
And my house hasn't been started yet. So with that, it still requires a lot of dedication. So by the time they're in their homes, it's a really, really warm network.
I would think so.
So, and we're excited. We've got 2 homes that'll be dedicated very shortly, one in January, another in February. We should have another one completed in March. So
Excellent.
it's great when you do the dedications because so many people have worked together. They all come out, and it's not a victory
Sort
for
of
one,
support
it's
one
a victory
another.
for
Yeah,
all.
yeah, absolutely.
And we call it the Habitat family. It's not just, oh, well, these are Habitat homeowners. Absolutely not. They are part of the Habitat family, and it's a great network, and it's when we're really excited. But we're excited to have the ability now to accept applications for more partner families. There's so many people who are in need and who are working really, really hard to get ahead. So it's great that we can say, we're here to help
The
you.
door is open. People
Yes.
can now apply. They can fill
Yes.
out that application if they think they would qualify.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't hurt to try.
And you know, we've had some people before who have not qualified,
Right.
but they've still taken the credit classes and they've worked with our financial planners, and now they have a Habitat home. But it's like, okay, well, just because you're out now does not mean this is something that can't be
Right, in the
fixed.
future.
So if you're willing to go through those steps and those routes, it doesn't mean that
Fantastic.
this is, you know, a total out for now.
Right.
It just might mean maybe a year or two later.
Well, how important, Beth, are your volunteers?
Volunteers are absolutely critical. 97% of our labor is volunteer labor.
97%?
97%.
I'd say they're pretty important.
They're critical.
Yes.
And we have volunteer opportunities that are Monday through Saturday, both at the construction site as well as in our restore. And during this time of the year, it's especially important that we have volunteers during the weekdays. Lots of groups want to come out on Saturdays, but in
Right.
order for us to keep a steady stream and get these homes completed on time, we have to have weekday volunteers.
Well, one of the things that I know us at the city, we've done this, and I think quite a few other organizations have, and I think it's such a perfect way to team build, is for a supervisor to take a team from your workplace and go
Absolutely.
spend 3 hours. Let everybody put some tennis shoes on and a t-shirt and go spend some time together building a house.
Absolutely. We call these adopt-a days, where everybody comes out. But it's great because you can even tell us, well, my team needs to focus on communication. Okay, we'll plan team building activities. So not only are you away from the office, and you can kind of hit the reset button,
Right.
and everybody gets to know a whole lot more about each other,
exactly
but
right.
we can focus on things that you can take not only from the job site, but back into your office. So that's a great thing, and that's always an opportunity that we're happy to help make come together. But
Excellent. So we're speaking to many of the business owners and managers out there in Wayne County.
absolutely.
Think about that opportunity as a way to get out of the office for a couple hours and do something together as a group, and you might be surprised just how strong those communication skills and that dedication and all the different things that you can learn just from working off-site in a different environment for just a few hours.
Absolutely. And it's so rewarding to so many people to meet the homeowners
Oh,
because a lot of times
absolutely.
they're there on site, they're building So it gives a whole different perspective.
Oh,
But
yes. I know our department heads with the city went out
Yes.
and did it not long ago. And I'll tell you, the stories that were brought back over and over and over were amazing about, they all said pretty much the same thing, but in different words, how we were giving back, yes, but when we left that site, it felt like we needed to do more. We needed to do more and more and more, and we gained so much and just felt such rewards once we left that site.
It's amazing. You go, and it's almost like Christmas every day because you're
Right.
so excited to be there, and you see what you're doing, and then you're like, well, I've done this, but this is in my toolbox. Well, I have this, this, and this to offer. So it really opens up a lot of doors. But it lets people see these are our homeowners, and they're not people who are just looking for
A handout.
something. They're here, they're helping. It's cold, it's rainy.
Yeah, they're still
They're
here.
there. They're there
Exactly.
today. So that makes you feel like what you're doing really has a lot more of an impact.
And it really doesn't matter if you've ever had any experience hammering, hitting a nail.
I can barely tie my shoe, but there's a job for everybody.
There is a job for everybody, and that's another thing that the group brought back and said there's always something out there for everybody to do on these job sites. So
Absolutely.
to owners and managers out there, think about it as an opportunity. You can call them at Goldsboro Habitat, and would you tell them the website if you don't mind?
The website is www.habitatgoldsboro.org, and then the phone number is 919-736-9592.
And all of that is on your screen right now, along with the address. So Beth and her crew would love to hear from you if you are interested in being a Habitat volunteer. Or remember, she said the pipeline is now open for anyone who is interested to apply for the potential of having your own home. Owning your own home and learning how to be a good homeowner.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Beth, for
Thanks
coming
for
in. Glad you did.
Thank you.
And this is what's happening at Habitat right here in Goldsboro, North Carolina.
All right, and we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us.
Absolutely.
Great information there. All right, Jack Nicholas having a birthday, 75. Jill Eikenberry, 68 today. Robbie Benson, the actor, 59. Gina Davis,
Oh, wow.
59 today. Charlotte Ross is 47. She was on NYPD Blue and Days of Our Lives and all that. This is Wolfman Jack's birth anniversary, born this day, 1938. Oh,
And how about the big Kiwanis? Don't they have a birthday today?
Kiwanis are 100 years of age today.
Happy birthday
And
to
you
the
look good
Kiwanis
for your
Club.
age.
Yes,
look-
you do.
Yes, you do. Yep, there you go.
Yep, exactly. You know what, Mr. Alley?
What?
I believe that may be all for today.
Is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap.
Well, we're going to wrap it on up and
That's
move it on
right.
out of here. So we'll be back tomorrow. Join us then for Wayne Goldsboro Television. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.